Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all. Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby. Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way. Takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? All right, let's follow your plan. Oh, hang up. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. We're invited guests. No. Wait. Maybe she pretended to invite us to the Jade. Now, Paimon.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders.
Well, here they come. Up and away.
Hop to it, Manzai!
Don't get frostbite.
Freeze!
Fly. Dancing in the wind.
Who goes there? Attack! Dodge this!
Water jet!
Cool it!
Mighty mythical beast!
Take the target alive!
This one will be frozen in time.
Perfect triad!
Up and away!
Two arms! Attack!
Swift as the swan.
Take the target alive!
Fly.
Freeze. Oh, so sorry.
Take this! Bested.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade...
We're invited guests here to look for the Liu Qixing.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect...
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, these Millilith are just here to guard the scene.
So this was all a misunderstanding?
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti...
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So,
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
we're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
favor? But... Wait, that's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion. Well then, may we meet again, Traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night! Sugar-frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we... Let's go gather ingredients! Look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious! That's the one! Up and away! Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarder...
There's no end to this.
This moment will be frozen in time.
That was
Dodge this!
Closing in.
You're open.
Up to it, Manzai!
Dancing in the wind.
Oh, so sorry.
Wipe out!
hunter becomes the hunted.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing.
I understand. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques?
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking...
Oh?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever...
Great! Paimon Sugar Frosted Slime now comes in a... Dan told us that we could get an...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen... Here, this container is itself an antique.
Yep. Hang on a moment. Could we...
Sure. Please help yourself.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should... It's done! The one and only...
Oh, yes. You might want to use the...
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all... According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared...
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests. I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed, it seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the CH1, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see. One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untold... Let's grab one! The biggest one! An easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, sigil of permission, something, Fatui, research. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the sigil of permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue, spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the sigil of permission? Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on the...
Sorry, anything business related is confidential.
This stuff looks dope.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
Flash Frost!
Have a load of this!
Cold Cut
Just stay right there!
Preserved! Shield!
Let's end this quickly! Collect myself! I slipped up! This is trouble!
Descent!
Ills be gone! Fly!
Freeze! This one will be frozen in time.
No pain, no gain. Many happy returns.
Closing in!
This one's well done!
Take cover!
Cool it!
This one's well done! Must counterattack!
Freeze!
Roasted fried! This one's well done!
Cool it!
Put your back on! Get out of my way! Time to fulfill my
So
duty!
sorry.
Fly!
Dodge this!
No pain, no gain. Mighty mythical beast.
Up and away!
Time will break you!
Freeze!
Not my work!
Roasted fried!
Bombs away!
You need to hurry up!
This one will be frozen in time.
This
Dodge
was
this!
well done! Roasted
Dancing in the wind!
You need to hurry up! This one's well done!
Closing in!
An unfortunate fault! Cool it!
Up and away!
Let's move!
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? Paimon's seen this pattern. Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the sigil of permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. Alright, that's enough. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations to... Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today...
Glaze lilies. But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the guard... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is...
No. Those lilies have all been... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a before the Archon War. Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused... Of course, There are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them.
So how good is your singing? Really?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Many happy returns! Yeah! Ta! Ta! Stop it now! No pain, no gain.
Water jet! Butterfly! Go! Wipe out!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this!
Closing in! This is tricky. Butterfly. Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value.
Well, that's nice and all.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so...
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's your
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your...
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to...
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely...
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess...
She's acting different from the first time we met.
Ah, well, I'm...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex... Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first seven. The other five, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current seven Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first found.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh? Did you just...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Chising. Let's save that. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
We dare not.
Oh, so did you sing a song?
Indeed, I did.
Wow, so you really know your stuff?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If you would excuse me.
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think that...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine.
I've had enough. Beginning a new undertaking is always... So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine.
Wow. See? Alright, I think it's about...
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are
desperate times.
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Chising have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet. However, both sides were quite obstinate.
It seems inevitable, given...
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Chising. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two...
Surely the Liyue Chising are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinate...
And what now? How is it that...
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatu. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use... Neither path is an...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion...
Having connections with... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that... He must be waiting for the moment when... But where could we find... Where would he go at a time like this?